All right, Pat. Yes, we're gonna call the utilities meeting for May meeting order. I ask Councilman Lambert to give us a brief prayer following the pledge.
Please bow your head. Dear Lord, please give us wisdom, strength. Lord, just guide us through to do what's right for the parish. Lord, I'd also ask that you comfort the families at the recent loss we've had in the parish, Lord. We ask all these things in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All members are present except Councilman Sheikh Snyder. Anybody wishing to speak on anything on the agenda, please sign up with the secretary. And you have 3 minutes to speak. Agenda item number 4, Lemonville Sewer System, USDA grant application. Ms. Martha Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the council, President Martinez. As you know, we were awarded a LCDBG about a year or so ago for $600,000, and there was a shortfall. We went out, bid the package, came back, and it was $1.5 million. So therefore, we didn't have enough funds to complete the job. Recently, when we attended the Police Jury Association's event, we were able to find out that there's an opportunity maybe for us to go with LDEQ for some additional funds to possibly bridge the gap on this one. It went before their committee, and USDA was the funding agency that was recommended for us to go through. So what we're here tonight is basically to say we're going to go through the process to make sure we qualify, meet the requirements, go through the process to see how much funding. It will be a grant. We're only going to go out for grants. Loans are not part of the package, but due to the funding restrictions. So we're just here to let you know that this is the avenue we're going to be going, and we'll keep you posted. It's probably a 4 to 6 months application process. So we're just here to let you know that we're still seeking funds to try and utilize these funds that we got through the state. If not, we'll have to return them.
Question, Ms. Collins. The grant that we have right now, is that $900,000?
Currently, LCDBG has, we were awarded $600,000.
So that's for line connections.
That's for the taking the Lemonville, running the lines, and the ultimate goal was to take it to the jail and from the jail to the Donaldsonville. What the process is on what we're doing within that, on the sewer connections themselves, I think it's just I'm not sure on the technical, Kenny. I'm the grants, I'm not a sewer man. Is it just lines?
Well, to pump it to the wet well at the jail, then to Donaldsonville plant.
I got a question for Mr. Grant and President Martinez. Are we looking at building our own sewer system on the west side anytime in the near future?
Currently, the plan and what we'll be talking about later today is to tie into the Donaldsonville sewer plant. That's what the strategy has been to this point.
Have we put to make sure that that was cost effective for the future? Have we looked at that?
Currently, it's the most cost-effective option. I mean, to begin to get into a comprehensive sewer plant on the West Bank would require significant capital investment on the plant that we hadn't envisioned in our planning at this point.
You need a motion to move forward?
Yes, sir. We'll,
So moved.
we'll ask you to move
Second.
it to the council just for approval to apply for the application.
Motion by Councilman Benny Johnson, second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert to move forward. No opposition to the motion. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 5, update on the jail improvement. Mr. Kenny Matassa.
Well, yeah, as you know, the jail is open, and they currently having some problems with the mechanical end of the air conditioning and heating units, but that's all under warranty, and they're working on them. To date, I'm thinking they looking at one more piece of equipment that they don't have yet, but I have to get with Miss Gwen to see where the money's at on it. It's one of those chuck wagon carts that deliver the food to the prisoners. There's, you know, so to my knowledge, that's it. The sewer plant is running good over there. The temporary plant, it's everything's good on it. Everything else is good. They doing some cleaning up on the whole prison to, and then after that they're gonna fill it all up.
Councilman Johnson. Councilman Collins.
Good.
Councilman Lambert.
Yeah, Kenny, on the water with St. James, everything's working good with the,
Well, ACUD1, we're still waiting on the tie-in with them, but
okay.
I'm not sure where we're at on that. I don't know if Mr. Grant knows or
It's
not.
under construction.
It's under
under
construction. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Matassa. Agenda item number 6, update on creation of the utility district for Mr. Grant.
Councilman, I have been passed out to you right now a draft ordinance to create a consolidated utility district on the east bank of Ascension, excluding the cities of Gonzales and the town of Sorrento. What this utility district does is, and we're calling it, for lack of a better term, ACUD2, will have all the powers and authority that we have on the west bank for the consolidated utility district there. It would allow us to manage all of the utilities on the east bank, sewer, water, and the like, and potentially even some other utilities. It's very broad powers. It would have a 5-member advisory board appointed by the governing authority, and have the ability to acquire land, to bond, and all of the similar rights that exist on the current ACUD1. We think this is the direction that we should pursue in order to get a hold of the sewer and water issues here on the East Bank. And we offer it for your consideration as the strategy we would use to manage utilities on the East Bank of Ascension.
Entertain a motion to pass this on to the full council.
I'll make that motion, Mr.
I'll
Chairman.
second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Councilman Lambert, second by Councilman Collins to move this to the full council. Questions?
Is that what we're looking to do, Mr. Grant, Parish President, move it to the full council? Okay.
I'd like to also, just in reading this, may want to add not just sewer, water. Might want to add cable. You might want to even add everything, all utilities. You don't want to limit yourself to just those. You know, fiber optics now. There's different things that you could utilize, and if you own that utility district, you may want to take advantage of some of this new technology. So.
I'll make that substitute motion, add that to it.
Substitute motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Collins to add all utilities to in this ordinance. And we're just send a revised copy to the full council. Any objection? Any more questions, concerns? Motion passes. One other thing, Mr. Grant, the ordinance to take over any subdivision that's being built in the parish that has a sewer system that is donated to the parish instead of a private developer, has that wheel been put in motion?
We've been working with planning and zoning on that regulation to make that possibility. They've got some planning and zoning revisions that have been working with the council. That's one of them that we're giving serious consideration to. I want to make sure when we bring that forward, we have the ability to do something if that happens. I mean, right now, the utilities department that we have is fairly limited, and if we, let's say 10 systems said, okay, we'll take it on, then I have to come to you with the financial impact of that and propose how we would do that. But yes, we are working with planning and zoning to develop that.
I would like to see some heat put on that because of if things turn around and the growth kick back off like it were, we're losing out. That'd be just, we have to go back and buy those systems later, and we can get them now for free. Councilman?
Yeah, I have a question too. Mr. Grant, I know after Gusto, we had some discussion as far as with the private sewer companies
Generator.
and the generators to run those systems when they were out of power. Where we stand on that stuff there?
I think Mr. Matassa was handling that, and basically it has to go through the Public Service Commission. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything on it yet. It had to be put on the agenda. It has never been put on the public service agenda, as far as I know.
We are still pursuing something with that, though, correct?
Well, it'll have to, as I said, it's going to have to be through the Public Service Commission. We don't have the authority to require that.
Well, now, didn't you make an ordinance to require new plants to be generation?
We did, yeah, I think we did.
I think y'all did that, but as far as the ones that's under the Public Service Commission, in fact, I'll call and get an update. I've been talking to Mr. Pertry about it, but I haven't called the Public Service myself. If they're not on the agenda, then I think it's time to call them. Okay? I'll give y'all an update on the next meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
And also, Mr. Grant and Parish President, while we on this, the Public Service Commission, let's stay in contact with this ordinance. We're going to be bringing forth to, we're working hand in hand with them because we're going to all need each other with this. Thank you.
Anything else? Another comment? We're moving right along. Agenda item number 7, the comprehensive wastewater. What's the status, or where we at on that?
So I want to give you a status on the program. Where we are is that we are in the process of completing design on the sewer plant, which was a part of the Corps' original plan, and it did not require any additional financial investment on the part of the parish. So we will be getting completed plans for that plant. In addition, that also the program that they're working under will include a design on the Grand Gadine Basin of the distribution system as a part of that. And those deliverables are due for the first quarter of fiscal 10, which would be about January, February. Third piece of that, as a result of the work that we're doing on LA 73 with DOTD, we got the Corps to agree to put in the line there in that project. So as a part of the Grand Gadine work, they're going to put in the design. They're going to help us do the design for the force main that would go into LA 73, and that'll accelerate that project and allow us to stay on our schedule there. So those 3 pieces are underway. We still are waiting word from the DEQ on our loan application and other funding and federal funding in relation to going forward with the program. But what I can tell you is those 3 pieces are funded. They will be completed, and we will have in hand those designs by February of 2010.
Any comments? Councilman Johnson? Councilman Collins? I have one question.
Yes, sir.
I like to have the Corps to come in and just let us know what kind of funding they could help us with.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, make sure we get it in writing.
Right. Well, I will tell you, I think the next step for us really is to get very serious about pursuing WRDA funding in the upcoming markup of the WRDA bill. And that's kind of the strategy I'm working with them on is, you know, in their core appropriation as well. But I think our best avenue is the WRDA bill.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Anybody else? Anything else? Okay, agenda item number 8, update on Parish Jail sewer tie-in with the city of Downsonville.
Yes, sir. What's being passed out to you right now is the draft agreement with the city of Downsonville for the tie-in of the jail sewer project and into their sewer treatment plant. What's proposed in this agreement, and I have had extensive negotiations with the city of Downsonville, and they agree to these terms, is basically what we are installing is an 8-inch sewer force main collection system from the Parish jail to the Downsonville sewer plant. The parish will pay $1.72 per 1,000 gallons based on 200 milligrams of BOD5 for sewer treatment flow from the collection system, and we will meter it for our billing purposes. We'll make a one-time payment of $169,000 to the city of Downsonville, and what that is for the purchase of treatment capacity. Subsequent additions to the system will be negotiated at a rate not to exceed $1 per 1,000 gallons in subsequent years. And I've got that locked in at $1. The parish will provide O&M for the jail sewer facility as we are doing today, up to the connection with the city treatment plant with our own forces. And the city will permit the parish to collect its sewer system collection for the parish to the city treatment plant, which means basically that we'll provide that system all the way to the treatment plant, and they will assist us in getting a servitude all across their industrial park at no cost to the parish. And the president and I just had that meeting last week, and they agreed to those terms. What this does is allow for significant redevelopment opportunities on the West Bank. This is almost 3 miles of sewer line between jail, basically along the Highway 70 corridor on back to the sewer treatment plant at Highway 3127 and the intersection of 70. It is a major economic development opportunity for the West Bank and puts a major part of the utilities in place in conjunction with the ACUD 1 project for water. Sewer and water would be able to be available in the unincorporated areas on the West Bank between the Mississippi River Bridge and the town limits of Downsonville. We recommend this agreement to you for your approval. We believe this is the best near-term opportunity to accomplish this. It meets our conditions of development. We've got these rates locked in for until the next developments come on Lemonville and then we will negotiate subsequent increases.
I'll make that motion to go ahead and sign the agreement with Downsonville.
Second that.
Motion by Councilman Collins, second by Councilman Lambert to do the cooperative endeavor agreement with the city of Downsonville. Any objections to the motion? None. Motion passes. We move that to the full council. Cedric, has all the right-of-way been bought on this?
Councilman,
line?
the good news of this project is that all of the right-of-way has been donated. We have not paid a dime for right-of-way. It's taken forever to do it, but it's a very good cooperation among the users. And what we've offered is connections to those people who want to do development. They have to do the engineering for lift stations and the like, but it basically jumpstarts development on the West Bank considerably. And we're going to offer the same thing to the industrial park, which is, going to allow them to make that development happen. So it's been a very good cooperative thing. I've learned a lot about Ascension Parish in going through this process. The president's taught me a lot about how to talk to the folks here, and we've gotten a very positive project here in place. And I think that we'll be able to, once we get this last piece with the City of Downsville as servitude, we will put this out to bid and go to construction.
Thank you, Mr. Grant, for the outstanding job you did on this project, and also President Martinez and administration. Anything else, Councilman Johnson?
Don't forget the people.
And aye. Councilman Collins?
No,
Lambert? And we need to send the people a letter of appreciation for working with us. Thank you. New business. Old business. Entertain a motion to
motion
adjourn.
to adjourn.
Motion by Councilman Collins, second by Councilman Johnson. Adjourn.